Washed France against nothing changed, ladies and gentlemen. Semi-finals of this tournament series. Now again, since this is going to be the second game up, I'm pretty sure that we're going to have the question coming in again. Khaldor, what happened to you? I was in a bar fight. Someone said that Brightwing is actually a good hero and I couldn't let that stand. So then he called a couple of friends over. You should see the other three guys. No, I actually had a bike crash. So I crashed and I can assure everyone out there, I said it before, the helmet is fine, doesn't have a single scratch. My face did a fantastic job of just buffering and kissing the ground first so that the helmet was completely saved. But yeah, with that said, nothing else there. Also, by the way, quick announcement for everybody that hasn't caught the news just yet. Nothing Changed is playing without Mopsio. He's apparently not part of the team any longer. I don't know if Sportbilly is just subbing in for this particular tournament, if he's going to be a stable part of the lineup or whatnot. But obviously, since this is the HeroesHype Premier Series, sub-ins, substitute players are actually pretty common here to appear every now and then. So with Tomb of the Spider Queen actually jumping in with our first game. By the way, if anybody wants to see a couple of the pictures of the crash and how it looked after, you can either check out Strava. I think my Strava account is actually linked in Twitch and also on the YouTube description, or just instagram.com/Khaldor. Uploaded a few of those, so if you're interested, you can have a look at them. But with that said, Tomb of the Spider Queen is our first map for this best of 3 series in the semi-final here. Qualification tournament for the HeroesHype Premier Series. And we have the ban against, well, actually mostly tanks. Yes, Chen's banned out too, but we have Dibbles and Garrosh taken away. And there's the Malfurion ban. I went over this a bit in the previous series, that Malf has actually started to jump up all the way up to the top of the food chain for supports again. And that means that he is very, very often an early pick, or he is instead getting banned out, as we are seeing right in this game right now. But yeah, what's the first pick now? Tomb of the Spider Queen. Obviously, you want to look at the wave clear here. That's one of the high priorities that we're going to have. Interrupts are also amazing against turn-in attempts around the web weavers. And there we got Johanna. That's already taken care of some of the wave clear for sure. And with a flashlight, you also have a nice interrupt there that you can use whenever your opponent is attempting to turn in around the 2 points now. But yeah, double turn in now, double pick coming in for Washed France. And the team around HeroesHype and Nick is actually really coming together. They did a fantastic job in the last tournament. I mean, I'm not going to spoil the final for you, but if you haven't watched the grand final of the last tournament where Washed France played against Granite Gaming, you should definitely check that out. That was a fantastic series. It's on the YouTube channel as well. youtube.com/KhaldorTV. So if you go back a little bit, like roughly a week or 1.5, you'll find that there, and it was an insane series. Washed France is really, really coming together as a team, but now they're going up against someone that has normally a lot of synergy there too. Tazadan Tracer. We're finally seeing a bit more Tracer play for DAB, so we're going to see a double support setup for them, and I'm looking forward to that. DAB and Tracer is always fun. Had a couple of games where he was not quite successful, but usually every team is well advised to ban Tracer against them. Junkrat gets banned out with that too. It can be a little bit weird. I mean, normally you would expect on the other side a full support to come through, and in addition to that, most likely another melee at the offlane, but you can obviously play that with the solo Johanna at the front as well. So they're banning Junkrat out first. Nick has shown his prowess on Carrigan a couple of times now. Another video series that you can actually find on YouTube. There's a Carrigan image in the thumbnail of the Washed France games if you're interested to see how Nick can actually destroy teams with the Carrigan. But that's the reason why Carrigan gets actually banned out against them. And now we're having Blaze and ETC both taken. Yeah, it gives us the wave clear on the offlane, ETC in the main tank role. You have Hanzo also for interrupts. Rhaegar can help with the lightning shields. There's another good tool that they have. But yeah, it's actually a pretty nice setup for both of them. The Tracer, again, all the eggs more or less in the Tracer basket, but you have the wave clear through Tassadar, through Johanna. There's my Efapodi boss, okay. And what's the support? Are we going to see... Oh, Tyrande this time. Yeah, Rhaegar's already picked away, Malfurion banned out, so Tyrande comes in as the third in the food chain. And the last pick for Nick. Nick is, ever since he started to pick these Carrigans, he is a little bit of a wild card sometimes. And let's see what we're going to have from him. Nick is just such a versatile player, it's honestly crazy. I mean, he played an insane tank. Now they don't need him in the tank position any longer. But that means that he is getting the damage out there. So let's jump in. Game number 1 with Gul'dan on the side of Washed France. Tomb of the Spider Queen. Game number 2. It's actually game number 1. Sorry, I was still a little bit in the mode of the last series. Yeah, no, it is game number 1. We are on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Washed France is on the left side with the Hazops on Gul'dan. Nick is playing Hanzo in this game. Quasar on Blaze, Banana H on Rhaegar, and Masquerade on ETC. Over to the right side of the map, nothing changed with Potibos on Tassadar. We have DAB on his Tracer. All eyes on him. Blikitni on Maiev, Billy on Johanna, and Linked is playing Tyrande in game number 1. Definitely 2 of the stronger teams now in the European scene at this point. Obviously, with Mopsio not playing any longer for nothing changed, synergy with Billy might not be top-notch just yet. Washed France is coming together quite nicely. I would still say when it comes to the top dogs, Granite Gaming can of course, or has to be named here. Obviously, they've been dominant for a long time. But this is still a pretty nice setup here for the 2 teams. Whereas one team is looking for damage throughout Tracer and allowing DAB to make the plays here. The other team has a well-rounded draft that allows them for a lot of wave clear with Gul'dan, with Blaze, with Rhaegar. So they have a lot of cool tools here. And obviously a lot of lockdown synergy as well. But here comes the damage. DAB is going to look to once again make sure that he has his reputation saved as one of the best, if not the best, Tracer players out there. So we'll see how that works out. With that, we're having up at the top. Nick already making his play here as well. And DAB is moving down to the bottom of the middle of the map and is most likely going to make a later rotation against Blaze again. You're always wanting to... Yeah, there we go. You wanted to just pressure the bot laner a little bit to, first of all, take the pressure off your own bot laner, and he's doing fairly well with this right now. There's a lot of damage against Quasar. Obviously, he has a couple of tools to really come back on that end, but still, he is going to have to be careful with the situation. Rhaegar is already taking camps. So he's currently doing that as well. With Banana H helping, getting some help from Hazops. But there's a camp taken also on the other side, even a little bit quicker than what we're seeing from the blue team here. Now Tassadar with a normal build, still going straight into the Storm, so he will look to see the Psionic Storm later on with the quest completed on level 1 for him. We have the Laws of Hope here, so no focus into the trade on Johanna. But yeah, action is set. I'm a little bit curious to see how this is on. This could be a 3-mapper, let's just put it like that. This could definitely be a 3-mapper here. Blikitni is another hero or another player that we have to watch out for a little bit. Especially on maps that... Yeah, and that's the reason why. Locking ETC down and allowing the kill from Johanna to come through. Nicely played by him. His Maiev is pretty notorious. Especially on Volskaya Foundry, you will see Maiev banned fairly regularly against Blikitni. But his Maiev can ruin your day on pretty much any map if he gets a little bit of momentum and a chance going for him, and that's what we're currently having here on his side. So 1 kill against 0 now, and a bit of a lead in experience. Nothing crazy yet, but still. There's a good interrupt potential, by the way, from the red team as well. This time the bomb down connects with the structure, but not with the actual hero. Hanzo obviously can use his own scatter shots here too to interrupt a lot of the turn-ins that we're potentially seeing here. And talking turn-ins, Banana H is doing exactly that. The owl hits his face, so a little bit of a present from Hogwarts here. And there it is, the flashlight coming through from Sport Billy as he ensures that Banana H does not get rid of the 14 gems that he currently holds. Because nothing changed, they want to be the first one to call down the Weep Weavers. So, yep, stuns and stuns and stuns coming out from Linked. And the big thing, obviously, about Tyrande is that now you don't have your Celestial Attunement available on level 7 anymore, which was pretty crazy, to be honest with you, having the double cleanse there on that level. But instead it's a level 16 talent now, which normally leads to Khaldor's resistance getting claimed here. Oh, yeah, you need to be careful. Billy with 27 gems is a big price right now. Quasar, on the other hand, is also low and is surviving for now. Yeah, nobody really committing to anything just yet in a too crazy fashion, but DAB is definitely enjoying the freedom that he has thanks to Potibos, but he doesn't have that much freedom. There's the shield. Where's the heal when you need it? Oh, haha, Linked with a save. Oh, nope. Nice. Good kill. Well done by Nick. Final blow coming through here. All started with a fantastic jet propulsion from Blaze that locked him down for a moment, but yeah, that was a really nice one. They nearly saved her. Link came in, but could not make it happen. 36 gems, by the way, turned in from the red team. Blink Kidney wants to get away and barely does. But he was holding a lot of gems still, so that could have been a lot worse than it was there. But with 72 gems in their hands, Washed France has a chance to get the first Weaver set up. Billy is also a little bit in trouble here. It's pretty low, so they have to be careful now. The red team is having some tough times here because they can't get close to this with the few hit points that they have. Masquerade gets interrupted regardless, and DAB is back to business as they're starting to jump in again. Doesn't have an ult ready just yet. Masquerade is low, and Masquerade is down. Gems recovered, which puts Banana H on 30, but Azorps gets also toasted, and that's the double kill. 3 kills against 1 now. Nicely played by them. So far, we're actually not seeing a talent just picked yet from Tyrande. So Tyrande waiting this out a little bit. Red Beavers are descending now again. Honestly, one of the things that I thought would be fantastic to see is if we're actually having something like a Rain of Destruction on the side of Gul'dan. Now, the chances of that happening are a little slim, since, of course, Good Horrify can more or less guarantee you a kill against DAB. But after the talent or the hero got buffed again a little bit more, it would just be fun as hell. It's great for zoning during a push, but the value that you get on a higher level from a Good Horrify is just absolutely unrivaled. Now the Web Weavers are in play, and it's the red team that controls them first. There's the Khaldor resistance, as already predicted a bit earlier. Stun connects again, 11 already from Linked. And they're starting to focus onto the middle and the bottom of the map. And at the bot lane, we're actually seeing a lot of damage. And Linked is there now too for the additional stun. Nick is in trouble, and he goes down. DAB with a good play. Quasar couldn't connect the stun this time. The jet propulsion was just not long enough. That's what she said. Quasar with 29 gems though gets away. Banana H is 32. But that was great for them. That was actually really good for them. That was a really, really nice setup from them nearly getting the kill through there, but there was a solid save as well. Now, with all this that is done, we're having now 4 against 1, and there's the heroic abilities, and with that we're seeing now Archon, Quantum Spike as well, and in addition that a Blessed Shield plus the Shadow Stalk. Now the camp is also getting attacked, and there we go. They're starting to make their plays, they're starting to get the push right, they have a leading structures with a 4 destroyed at the bot lane that gives more pressure through catapults to nothing changed. The red team is looking very, very strong here in the early stages. Now it's still level 10s versus level 10s right now, and with the turn in that would be great for Washed France and allow them maybe to make a comeback here. They're not too far behind just yet. But there's the interrupt. DAB goes in once, gets stunned out. Nicely done on the second one. And nobody turns in. Arrow connects with Tassadar. No kill against him. Ancestral is keeping ETC alive. The bunker's on the ground now too. And there's another kill attempt against Azorps in the backline as DAB is going deep against Gul'dan. And Gul'dan goes down. Gul'dan is wrecked, and that's another set of gems lost. Still the majority of it in the hands of Banana H and Quasar. Masquerade sliding away from the stun. But they are losing ground slowly and steadily. But as long as they're holding on to the majority of their gems, they're still in fine shape. The problem is that the red team is now attempting a second turn-in, and they have a good chance of making that happen, as they're zoning out everybody at this point. There it is already. Masquerade gets attacked again as they're starting to jump in. But the Web Weavers are not confirmed yet. Podibos is trying to secure another 10. But can't make that happen yet. Tyrande's at the top. 16 for her. Tassadar is going to get his gem secured at least. That's 36 for them. There's the 52. And they are nearly ready. If Sport Billy can turn in or DAB, that's all that they need here. And the arrows are not connecting. DAB gets it done. And that's another objective traveling down the lanes for the red team. Really, really good job here. So, well, with that, let's have another look at the damage output. There it is. Tracer, 34,000. Same as Hanzo. Only one that has died on the team so far. So, yeah, only one kill, and that's a kill against Tracer. It's kind of interesting. But at the same time, she's obviously the main target of attention here most of the time now. So the attacks keep coming. Bot lane has already been pushed out a little bit, demanding the attention of Blaze at least, which frees up YF to move now in the middle and help out with a 5 versus 4 push. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Ancestral is keeping Hazo in play. Here comes Blaze, but the Web Weaver is still at the bottom of the map. The jet propulsion doesn't connect. There's the cage on the ground. They're going for it, but the Horrify was fantastic. But Blickit is still alive. Hazops can't get the kill. The arrow is missing too. It's not a good day for Washed France, at least not in game number 1. Web Weavers in the middle, destroying the fort. At the bottom, getting some sick value at the wall, and towards the top we are seeing another fort about to be destroyed. Level 13 in the hands of Nothing Changed. There's another kill attempt. Nick is low. DAB gets a kill. He gets 1, he gets 2. Rhaegar down after Hanzo falls, and there's the mosh pit interrupted instantaneously. Quasar is at 65 gems right now. Hazo's in trouble too. DAB again dodging out on the stun, and he is ripping through them. He is wielding his damage like a surgeon wields a scalpel. It's honestly insane. He's just dancing around them right now, making them look silly, and they're going now for the first keep in the game. They have the one in the mid lane nearly down to 50%. This could very well be a double keep play, and indeed it is. 8 kills against 1. 1 keep down at the bottom of the map. We see the attack continuing. At the top, the fort has fallen. They're absolutely wrecking this game. Fantastic performance here by Nothing Changed, and Washed France is with their back to the wall right now. They still have 95 gems. That's at least something. They have kept Blaze alive. Quasar with 74 gems for himself. They have level 13 talents, but they need these turn-ins. 100 gems in their possession right now. Another jet propulsion, another good move from Tassadar. Yep, there's DAB. Dancing, baby. Left, right, left. Arrow connects. Nick is done with this shit, but he can't get the kill. And now there's Blickitney. But the cage doesn't quite connect here. Doesn't trap him. Now, on the other hand, Quasar finds himself in a little bit more trouble than he asked for. He's in a huge amount of pain, gets stunned out too. He's the one with the gems, drops the bunker. Everything is riding on him. And he gets the Ancestral, gets back tethered in though. And the attack is still going strong. Horrify is saving him. Blaze is on the run, and so is Washed France. They're trying to survive here. It's pretty much a fight for survival right now. Billy is low, but he doesn't fall, and Nick is nearly dying to the bomb of Tracer as DAB is just going in again and saying, like, boys, I got this. 56,000 damage for Tracer alone, 47,000 on the side of Hanzo. It's just not enough at this point. Once again, they're sailing everything. The bot lane is pushing. There's catapults everywhere. In the middle of the map, we're seeing a similar picture. And now they're shifting their attention towards the boss as we have level 16 talents in the hands of Nothing Changed. It is a slaughter. Game number 1 looks like a done deal for Nothing Changed. Washed France is not giving up just yet, but they won't be able to get the boss here. They're starting the rotation towards the top, but they had to deal with the waves first. They're trying to at least trade one Web Weaver wave for the boss, but even that seems questionable as we're having the turn-ins interrupted once again. Billy is there, gets the immediate interrupt against Quasar, and here they come. Stun into stun. The Ancestral keeps him alive, and so well, the attempt keeps him alive, but we have at least a move with the cleanse. There we go. What was that thingy called? It keeps him in play a little bit longer, but obviously that boss is moving through the top lane without any mercy and is eventually going to take down the final remaining keep here, as we're seeing with now a 3-level advantage. Nothing Changed pushing in, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the reason why you ban Tracer against DAB. DAB just dancing around them. He died once, and ever since then he played pretty much a flawless game. There's the Ancestral now finally. Hazops is connected this time. Nice move though, but is it enough to get the kill against Blickitney? And the answer is no. Quasar still alive with 77 gems by now, but as you can already imagine, that keep at the top lane has suffered and is now done. Keep done, another turn in, potentially ready for Nothing Changed. They are just slapping them around like there's no tomorrow here. Not even the quest is completed. Tracer goes down though. Oh, look at that. DAB a little bit too far out there, and that also takes the option away for them to turn in. Is their comeback still possible? Without a single keep left, can Washed France somehow turn this around? They get the first Web Weavers for themselves. They have held on to a lot of the gems. They still hold more than 70. That's an easy second turn-in for them if they are able to get 2 in a row. And they nearly have level 16 talents. They're not quite out of it yet. Don't get me wrong, they're not in good shape. But we've seen crazy comebacks. And this is one of the maps where we've seen quite a few of those. So let's see if it happens again. There's the move against Masquerade. Web Weavers are coming down soon. 16 talents are ready. Ruinous Affliction is in. Again, so far we don't have the level 1 completed from Hazorbs. But maybe he can make that happen as well. And they're starting to get their setup. Here comes the stun attempt against Billy, but the second one doesn't connect. Blaze is a bit too slow for it. Web Weavers at the bot lane. Should be defended by catapults pretty soon if those proceed. The one in the middle is eliminated. ETC in trouble. There's a bit more damage. Tries to dodge the damage by moving into the bunker, but that didn't work and the cage is on the ground. ETC is dead. Blaze gets the Ancestral. He survives for a little bit longer. Pori boss with the Archon, and they're trying for the additional kill, and once more Tracer with a double kill, with a triple kill as they're moving in to drop Rhaegar and Gul'dan. They're all down. That's Dequaz eliminated. The gems, ladies and gentlemen, they are gone. The gems are gone. The fort falls topside, but that doesn't matter here either. They just go for the core. Nick is escaping. He's the only one that's able to move away from this. And this will be game number 1. Nothing changed. They take the lead in the semi-final against Wash France in a pretty spectacular first game, where the red team just didn't show them any mercy. 12 kills against 2. And that brings us to the second map of the day in just a moment. GG, as Nothing Changed takes the lead in the best of 3 series. Game number 2, everyone. We are looking at Washed France against Nothing Changed, and, well, pretty much game number 1 was a reminder that you ban out Tracer against DAB. It's pretty much all that it was. I would be more than a little bit shocked if we don't get a ban against Tracer again, or they pick it away. I mean, both obviously works. But yeah, let's see what they're gonna do this time. Towers of Doom is our second map, and if Washed France wants to force the third map and potentially move to the grand final, they have to, of course, come through that right now. So we'll see how it works out. First pick, first ban goes to Washed France this time, which means that Nothing Changed picked the map. So they want to play the same map that they played against Feel the Heat in the round of 8. And let's see. Actually, that's a long time for the first ban here in this game. So there's apparently a bit of a discussion going on, probably on what they want to do around Tracer. Now they could put Nick on Tracer too. Let's see. Nah, just ban her out. Just ban out. A little bit of an anticlimactic ban, to be honest, after they waited this long to get that through. Maybe someone needed to go to the bathroom or something and they wanted to buy a little bit more time, but no matter what it is, right now Nothing Changed has an opportunity to ban a couple of the heroes out. We had high priorities actually into the frontliners in the last game. Could have definitely seen Diablo banned again against Masquerade, but now we have Vala banned out. Hanzo is going to be interesting where he ends up with. Who picks Hanzo? And obviously in this map we could also see a pick into Chromie again. Nick in particular is going to be interesting what he picks. Because at the end of the day, I mean, he played a couple of insane games with Kerrigan, but I'm not really sure if Nothing Changed is that scared of her. If they have a good cleanse hero, they might be able to play around that. There's the Malfurion ban again, as we already saw in the previous game. But yeah, what else are we having? I mean, Nothing Changed right now. Really switched the MO up a little bit, whereas in the last game they banned a lot of the tanks. They didn't touch any of them just yet. But they are banning Chen out once more onto the offlane, okay. So that leaves us with pretty much all of the tanks still in play, including ETC, who could go stage dive and on the offlane. And what else? I mean, on the first pick level you could go straight into a Hanzo if you really wanted to, but there's like a ton of options at this point. Hanzo only being one of them. Li Ming is still up here if you want to take it away from the opponent's team too. That's another big option. But they go for Rhaegar. Yeah, support battle these days has actually started to really come through. With Linked also homing in on Rhaegar whenever he gets a chance to, especially when he can't get his hands onto Malfurion. It seems like Washed France is going to try and push them into another hero there as well. And if Nothing Changed doesn't actually pick a support now in the first rotation, it means there's a chance for Washed France to ban another one out and force them even farther out of their comfort zone. Okay. There's the Hanzo and the Li Ming picks. Straight away. Straight away. Both of them taken. Which means that you could ban Tyrande. If you want to ban Tyrande right now and force Linked into something completely different, then you can definitely still do that. So there is a chance for them to make that happen now. But what are we having from Washed France at this point? Jaina, ETC. Yep, there's the ETC pick. Again, you can go stage dive, you don't really have to. A mosh pit can be fantastic here, but if you need him in an offlane position, you can still flip the hero with their Quasar. So a little bit depending on how the rest of the draft goes, they can decide to just simply switch their Quasar onto ETC, play stage dive, play him in the offlane, go Echo Paddle or something on 7, and yeah. But if they could still play a Kerrigan here. Again, they played that momentum game a few times, unless it's getting banned again. There's a Zeratul ban this time, but if you have an ETC for a power slide and then also a Kerrigan combo behind with the Jaina damage coming afterwards, that can be played. I'm not really sure if they would want to, but they played quite a few games with Kerrigan now, and if they really feel confident around that playstyle, then they might try and use it here, depending on what's not getting picked on the other side. But with the ban for Washed France, what are we going to have? They have the front line that they can ban out, and they do. Johanna gets eliminated here first, which still keeps Tirana in play for Linked, theoretically at least. I mean, there's obviously a little bit more to be had, but yeah, what are they going to get with this? There is a lot of stun potential for Washed France with the next 2 picks coming in. ETC and Jaina can be super annoying to go up against if they play their cards right. Okay, there's Garrosh. Billy played it already in the previous series against Fieldy. He didn't do well with that. Oh ho ho ho! They go for Trash Wing! They actually go for Trash Wing. Alright, alright, alright. Let's see how that's gonna work out. They have their global in play. Yeah, apparently after the last game was such a stomp there in terms of kills, they want to give themselves a little bit of a handicap. Okay, I can appreciate that. No, but it's a big map, so Brightwing can get some value here if they play that correctly, but I want to see what comes in as the last pick. Okay, Dehaka for global and they get Genji. Alright, alright. Not quite what I expected for Nick, but I'm on board with that. But what's the last pick right now? Are they going to get a little bit more on that? Or what's going to be the pick now? I mean, normally you would expect an offlaner to be taken from Podibos here. And I mean, again, that's quite a bit that he can still take. So let's see. What is Podi going to go for? No Rexa plays this time? Something different? Blaze again. Yeah, Blaze comes in again. Brightwing, you need something that can save heroes because Brightwing sure can't. I'm just kidding. Again, in the hands of good players, that might actually be a good one. So let's check it out if Brightwing can actually win a game today. Nothing changed against Washed France Towers of Doom. Game number 2 at the HeroesHype Premier Series. Game on, everybody! Washed France against Nothing Changed. Over to the left side, we're having the blue team with Banana H on Rega, Nick on Genji, Hazorps on Jaina, Rayquaza on Dehaka, and Masquerade on ETC. Over to the right side of the map, Nothing Changed with Podibos on Blaze, DAB on Hanzo, we're having Sport Billy on Garrosh, Blickitney on Liming, and Linked on Trashwing. So, let's see what he can actually get from the Fruit Fly here. It's a big map. Globals on a big map, always nice. And let's see if they can make a bit of a play with that, or if we're going to get a third game in this series. I mean, personally, I gotta say, I would not mind a third map. This is a pretty top-notch series that we have there, so that would be really, really nice. But again, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves now. Obviously, with Polymorph here, you can definitely control Genji's movements a little bit as well. There's another potential interrupt too against ETC, of course, if he goes into a mosh pit. So at this point, I would already question if mosh pit is a good choice here. I would actually rather see him go stage dive. Dehaka, no Dehaka, I really don't care. But if you look over to the opponent's team, there's so many interrupts that pretty much the only mosh pit value that you would be able to get is isolated mosh pits against 1 or 2 heroes outside of a big team fight. So that is probably the best one. Oh, DAB nearly got wrecked here. Yeah, that was nearly... Oh, and it is a kill. Wow, he actually had the cooldown ready. I was honestly expecting him to not have a cooldown there yet, but holy hell, that is that. Quick kill against him, and Nick just showcasing the amount of plays that he's going to try and make in this game. So yep, nicely done. And that it triggers an immediate invade at the camp. Yep, they get the kill and they say immediately, this camp is ours. Goes straight in. Oh, but Banana H gets wrecked. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. They might pay dearly for this one. They might pay dearly for that one. But Nick gets out again. Yeah, after Nick went in, he basically just says, "This camp belongs to us. Give it to us now. We want this." But then they lost Rhaegar. Poor doggy. It's always the doggy that gets kicked. It's always the doggy that gets kicked. Also, by the way, Nick's English is definitely a little bit better than that. But a good German accent. Gotta throw that out every now and then. So yeah, there we go. 1 versus 1 in terms of kills currently. So we still have the camp. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a positive trade for them, right? Yeah, Kidney was also attacked here. Needed to be a little bit careful too, especially since Nick is already moving in again. And Nick wants another kill, and he barely misses out on it. That nearly worked though. Ooh, nice one. Can he get the throw? Ah, not quite. That would have been actually cool if they could have thrown Masquerade straight behind the lanes. That would have been pretty fantastic. But didn't quite work out that way. But I like how clutch this is already. We have a lot of plays that are being made on both sides that are just super close, and it nearly led to another set of kills here. So with that, having on the left side camp taken. That is the 3rd one that they're now taking, so it also gives them a slight lead in experience, even though it doesn't really accumulate too much at this point. But yeah, there's the rotations again. Billy is already starting to make his way towards the bottom. Top is usually an exchange point. Having 2 heroes from the top left, top right. I don't think there's going to be any kills anytime soon in that regard. But are they making the play for the 3rd one? That's the bigger question. There's the interrupt. That's already annoying. The Haka can obviously tunnel down. Yeah, they're already making the rotation there. And now they can try and force a bit of a fight around the Haka if he wants to go for it. But he's still sitting topside, pushing another wave out. And there we go. Brightwing starting to move into... I'm helping! Friend! Get squashed, fruit fly. Where's my fly swatter when I need it? Billy did miss out on that last connect here. Level 4 abilities are ready for both of them, and with level 6 it could still be that we're getting level 7 talents in just a second. But right now it's the dance around the 3rd objective. Nothing changed against Washed France, and the red team is in the lead here. Billy is slightly low. The Haka wants the wave in the middle for the extra experience. An early level 7 would of course go a long way in this situation. And it gets attacked too. And Link gets attacked as well. The fruit fly is in trouble. 8 hit points, and the kill comes through. They're trying to make the play for Billy as well, but they can't quite. Masquerade wants to ensure that they at least get the objective here, but they can't quite. And with that, we're now having immediately a double channel, and this one should be working out for them. And indeed it does. So a 2-for-1 trade for them right here. Nicely done. Ah, well played actually. It also gives us Calamity with level 7, and they steal another camp away. Like, they have a lot of camp control in this game. They've done a fantastic job just controlling every single pumpkin camp that they possibly could so far. There's also now the build continuing from Jaina, going straight into the Ice Lands and the Frost Shards here. Nick, in the meantime, dancing around, and he's been doing a great job on Genji. I mean, seriously, he got the kill against DAB, did work against Link. Once again, they're coming in. DAB in trouble, runs away. Is there a slide? There is not. And Nick is just a moment too late. There's the throw against Masquerade. Slides out once more. And Li Ming nearly died, actually, against Nick. And just moved away so that she isn't taken down by another Swift Strike. Damn, I mean, Nick is everywhere right now. Nick is honestly everywhere. He is absolutely destroying on that hero and really putting the pressure on the backline in particular. Now, as soon as we're having Sport Billy with this taunt, he needs to be a bit more careful, but still, generally speaking, he's doing a fantastic job here. There's the invade this time, as nothing changed, is starting to say, listen guys, we need to do something here. But this is a very, very different game from map 1. Very different indeed. Well, the camp is so far. Let go. As the Quasar being thrown in. Polymorph comes up and... can't get the damage connected. No kill for the red team. No kill for nothing changed. But they're looking at it again. Once more, Nick comes in, but he's on half HP. Needs to be careful here. Alter is spawning in another 8. And a quick pause here too. Alright, let's take a look at that situation actually. Nick is moving back already. He has lost more than half of his HP. and is therefore moving back, not putting more pressure onto Banana H here. In terms of experience, we have both of them nearly on level 9, so it's kind of unlikely that we're going to see level 10 around this. The Quasar is not sitting topside, where he would love to be right now, so that he can use the global after pushing out another wave or two to jump into the fight. But down here, we are still seeing more and more tools against Nick. And now that they actually identified Genji as one of the main problems in this entire setup, you can really tell that Linked is waiting with the polymorph a lot longer, just hoping that he gets the connect against Genji here. But now they need to stall a little bit, unless they're okay with it being taken. Apparently they are. They're giving it up. They're not engaging into this. They're just saying, alright, let's screw it. Let's not go for that. Just simply because Genji wasn't there at this point. So, yep, with this we're having, again, ETC attacked. Masquerade slides out. That's, by the way, the second time that we're currently seeing the hammer on taken. Now, in the last game, that was the case from Sport Billy. In this game, it's the case too. Normally not a talent we're seeing too often. Mostly on level 7, you're either going into Pinball Wizard here with the face melt, or instead you're going into the Echo Pedal. But instead we're seeing the auto attacks a little bit more coming through here. And again, on those players, you at least have the mechanics to really get some value out of this. Once again, Boss moving back. And this little Happy Cloud here needs to be played this cautious, of course, with Genji lingering around. There's the level 10 abilities. And with that, now the question, what is ETC going to go for? First of all, we're having the Dragon Blade coming in. ETC is holding us back, and Stage Dive. Makes sense. Again, there's too many interrupts on the other side. Brightwing with extra heals. There's the taunt, and nicely done by Rhaegar. The immediate cleanse on the follow-up Ancestral to ensure that the tank is not falling here. There's a lot of heroics already used in that fight. Water Elemental has also been pushed out, and there's the double. Normally a 1-for-1 trade at the top left, top right. But still, the Quasar is currently still sitting there, and he's going to try and sit on this lane a little bit more longer. But now they have two globals. They have Masquerade with a Stage Dive. This is a bit too late. They won't be able to do too much around that. Billy gets the throw, though. But also a nice one, a nice Blizzard. Zones the opponent out a little bit. There's more pressure on them now. I gotta say, it's actually kind of impressive how we're seeing the red team starting to get more of a foothold in this game right now. It's not really a lot of kills, generally speaking, if you think about it. Okay, shot fired already here. Another 4 shots on the other side. So both of the teams now getting a bit of value out of the objective. But this is normally when the game gets really exciting. There's the taunt and the throw and the kill. Well played. Billy with a really good setup for them. Was looking for more here. But there's Nick. He tries to go for play. But he can't get it done. Everybody's low here, but they can't get the kill. And now the arrow connects, and that's the end of Hazorps. Hazorps goes down. Nick might survive, and he does not. Brightwing actually with a kill. Most of the damage coming in from Jaina, but Brightwing gets the last hit in, and this is Nothing Changed taking the lead in the kills and doing incredibly well here. That is actually really well done, and they have full-on open lane towards the bottom bell tower, and that should give them an easy lead there. Great play. I mean, the kills keep coming, and as long as they can get them in these fights, they will gain the momentum. And if we learned anything throughout HGC, then it is that Towers of Doom, yes, can be a fantastic comeback map, but it's also a map where you can, with a bit of momentum, do enormous damage to your opponent by simply taking the structures down. Which obviously always means that in the late game, when you win a team fight, you can try and reclaim all of that. But the situation here is problematic, for sure. I mean, at this point, what else are we gonna get? We're having level 13 talents in. Can they... yeah, they get it. Proc is also done. That's actually a really cool talent to have. I mean, Proc in general is just a fantastic talent, and it is very likely going to give them some value here. So now we have the attack again towards the bottom, as the bell tower is, well, not about to be reclaimed, but they're working on it, and as long as they get Dark Khazorps close enough to drop a Blizzard, that helps them for sure. More poke damage is coming through, though. And Blaze is starting with a channel. And if they get this one, they get the one at the bottom, too. The bell tower position alone is going to allow for them to make these plays. Brightwing is moving in. Linked has the global, so he can use that whenever. But that's now 10 shots off the opponent's core. That's just a dream come true here. We're looking 10 to 18 right now. Boom! In your face. 18 to 28, obviously. Blaze again with a little setup here. I kind of like the bunker. I'm not really a fan of this Blaze skin. I mean, you're trading in a fantastic mech, like in fantastic armor, for just a weird flamethrower there. That arrow didn't do anything. Hazo is still in trouble, but the Ancestral keeps him alive. Oh, Polyboss missing the jet propulsion. Yeah, that's unfortunate. There's the the stage dive though, but Billy is low and Billy is down. Nick wants the kills and he's going for it again. Can he get a second one? That's the question. DAB with a tactical pause here as the team is trying to coordinate the retreat back. At the same time though, we're having the flank coming in. Quasar is angling for Li Ming, so is Masquerade who's moving in too, and Banana H as well. They want to get the kills and they might be able to get them right now. 3 kills against 4 at this point, and if they're able to hunt them down and get a second one, they might be able to get a bit more than only their bell tower back, because this is obviously the big thing that they want to get right now as we speak. In terms of damage, Genji is sitting at 24,000 against the 28k that we're seeing for Li Ming here, but Bleak Kidney, I mean, if he can get a kill and maybe get some additional damage in, he might be able to start a bit of a snowball, but it's unlikely. DAB is moving away, and he is down. Yeah, he's gonzo. He is gonzo. The only one in this game that hasn't died yet is, well, the only ones are Blaze, Li Ming, and Dehaka. But with 2 kills and the camp taken, that's the moment where you want to reclaim your bell tower. Or take your opponent's bell tower and then get your own eventually. Because if you just take these minions down, your own minion wave is going to do the job for you eventually. So yeah, starting to go for that as we speak. And there we have it. Boom. 4 against 4 again. I like this game. I really like it. 4 kills against 4. It could end up with a 2-0 victory for Nothing Changed. That's definitely true. But there is a good chance that we're going to have a 3-mapper here, because it is just all over the place right now. Okay. With this, we're having 3 altars on the map, and this is where things are starting to become exciting, especially since we're having a double global against a single fruit fly. Who brought the fly swatter? Who brought the fly swatter in this game here? Down at the bottom, yep, seems to be an exchange top left, top right. That's exactly correct. Masquerade with the channel here. All the ults are back up. Most of the ults are back up. Ancestral will be ready for the fight. Dragon Blade should be. Unless we're going to have the quick play from Nothing Changed. Dehaka is topside right now. He wants to get a bit more experience for them. An early level 16 would be the dream. Nice cleanse. The arrow doesn't get any value. It was a good move. Dehaka comes in too. And here we go. 1 second for the Dragon Blade. Ancestral is through. That worked already. And he can go for the blade if he wants to. If he sees an opportunity. It's a 5 versus 5 right now. Most of the ults have been used, but not all of them. Stage dive is still in. Dragon Blade is there too. And with this, they're starting to move in towards the 3rd objective. 14 against 24 would be a big blow for the blue team if Nothing Changed takes this one. Yeah, there's the connect. Uh-oh. Banana H! And he's dead. There's the Li Ming kill. Calamity Baby, and they're going for Genji. Protected, by the way. But the Quasar is not protected. No, he's in trouble. That's what he is. And he is going to fall. That's a kill against him. Guys, this is it. This is it. This is going to be the altar for them. I mean, it's not game, don't get me wrong. But they have level 16 right now, and this is going to be the 3rd altar in the hands of Nothing Changed, and that drops the opponent to 10 points. And they want more. They're actually not even going for this. They want all. They want to have that connect here too, but I think Li Ming realized that they won't be able to get that done. They're stealing the camp away. Oh, the arrow! Does he have the taunt? He doesn't. But Jaina goes down. Jaina's eliminated, and Jesus, it is just dagger deaths all over the place. Now we're having Li Ming getting the channel 10 against 24. They're looking great, and it seems like they're going to make a play for boss now, aren't they? 30 seconds on Jaina. They could definitely move topside, and that's what they're doing right now. They're even looking to see if they can maybe get the kill against Rhaegar, but he pays attention. Good doggy. And that's that. Starting to move in against the boss. That's another 4. That's single digits on the side of Washed France. Single digits right there. They're taking the bottom right pumpkin camp, and that's all that they can do. But that's another 4 shots fired. So yeah, there's the move right here to at least steal this away. 6 points against 24. Ooh, the air's getting thin up here. It's getting really problematic. Steady Blade, baby. Yeah, he's gonna need a Steady Blade if he wants to get those kills in, especially when it comes to the Dragon Blade. And there we have it. 40,000 damage against 31,000. The 2 top damage dealers on each team. Dehaka with the global, getting the value at the top. That's an entire level lead right now. Full level lead. And again, the lockdown, and Genji is dead. This time they paid attention. The polymorph is there. Brightwing with a value. And the immediate follow-up from Garrosh, of course. The stuns, the taunt, and now the bot lane is open. And that is going to be another bell tower converted for the second time. And with 6 points on the core, that is a massive problem, especially since there's a single altar spawning at the bottom of the map. At least the Quasar is getting value at the top, and Brightwing can't obviously go there too quickly. But Billy is looking for an opportunity to get another kill for them. He can't get that. Is he actually able to convert this before the channel is through? Is that happening? It might. It actually might. Li Ming, there we have it. Channel is started and should come through in time. That should be 5 shots. And it is 5 shots. 1 point. 1 point on the core. This is a problem. If you take the bottom pumpkins from here on out, you're putting your opponent more or less into a checkmate position eventually. Yep. That convert here, that's at least something that helps a little bit. But this is... oh, this is a huge problem. I mean, the only comeback for Wash France comes through a big team fight that they win and then gain the momentum and use the death timers on the opponent to not only reclaim their own build tower, but also get a few more. I mean, if they claim it and they get 1 or 2, they would have a huge lead, and that might be the comeback. But for that to happen, they needed a small miracle. And Billy is in a position where he can actually throw a pumpkin in. If a pumpkin camp is ever taken by Nothing Changed, they can actually throw a pumpkin with Garrosh into the death zone, convert it into a shot, and win the game that way. That's a big interaction that is highly important here right now. It's not a bug, ladies and gentlemen. It's a feature. Or is it? Well, but for now, it's level 20 that they're waiting for. They're playing this smart. I mean, they don't really have to rush into anything right now. They can play this smart. They can play this easy. Can chill here a little bit. And just say, guys, okay, let's just wait for the action here. Let's wait for the 20, wait for the Storm Talents, and then play around this. And over here, I mean, you can see that they know that they can't lose these camps. They're stealing them. They have no other choice. They really need to control them, because Garrosh can make that throw. And now with that, what do we have? Level 20, any second right now. Storm Talents aren't there yet, but they're playing this so safe. They don't want to face a fight before any of that happens, and there it is. Repulsion is in the fortified bunker, having the Titanic might, perfect agility. It's time to shine. It's do or die. This is the fight, and uh-oh, the Hawkeye in trouble. Here's the Dragon Blade. Can they get the kill? The arrow misses. The arrow misses. That's the first one. Porty is in trouble. He's trying to get out, gets the shield, and they are saved for now. And that was all that Wash France had. Or was it? They're turning it around. They want to go for the fight. They want to go for Hazu. They want to go for the Haka. They want to go for anybody. But there it is. Alta is channeled, and that's, for now, Doom saved. ETC is dead, though. ETC is dead, and now Nothing Changed has a bit more momentum. What about the boss timer? 1 minute. They're still fine. They're still fine. 1 minute on the boss timer. It's all that they have. But the camp down here, 26 seconds. Where do they go from here? They lost the objective, but they at least took the kill. And it seems like they're going to wait for this one. Honestly, their play is really just escort them close so that Billy can throw one in. That's all that they have to do. And that's what they're waiting for now. It's literally a waiting game, but it also allows Wash France to get level 20. And once that Wash France has level 20, it means that it's at least an even fight, and they have a couple of really fantastic tools here. Dragon becomes me. ETC, of course, with a bolt. But there we go, 13 seconds. He can stage dive in, and he will have to. Billy is going to be the one looking for the throw. Oh god, this is... guys, they have to fight it here. They have to fight it. Their hand is going to be forced by this. Pumpkin cams are coming too late. Billy can throw it in. Billy can throw it in, and there it is. ETC is too late. That is game. And ladies and gentlemen, Nothing Changed takes the series with a 2-0 and moves to the grand final. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video, and I hope that you enjoyed the match and the commentary. The remaining time of the video has been added to protect against spoilers caused by the length of the video itself. But please keep in mind, though, that this does not only mean more work for me, but also has a negative impact on the popularity of the videos and the channel because of YouTube's algorithms. It would be greatly appreciated if you'd consider supporting the channel and help me to continue the daily esports coverage by clicking the join button below the video or supporting me through the Patreon page linked in the video description. Thanks a lot for the support, and see you guys next time.